Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about a variety of topics, but this first topic, we're going to talk about Tesla's incentive and discount strategy. What has happened over the past 2 months and why I feel like Tesla is changing their strategy for maybe the better, but this is what we can get used to and maybe predict what could be happening in the next two end of quarters so that we can be prepared for the better discounts out there. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan, but more on that later. And so let's take a look at this. Inventory levels, where we can base a lot of the different things that have happened over the past couple of months. What we used to know about for Tesla is that Tesla at the end of every quarter would roll out incentives and discounts to try and rush to sell vehicles by the end of the quarter. They kind of still do this at the end of every month by releasing demo vehicles onto the website with maybe a little bit of a bigger discount. We talked about this the other day on the live stream about how there's various vehicles that have up to all the way $8,000 to $9,000 discount for inventory demo vehicle statuses in Tesla inventory. Tesla has posted those online within the past week, and they typically do this every third or fourth week by the end of the month. But if we take a look at specifically the Model Y, around this time right here, that's when they had that fantastic 0.99% APR interest rate, which was actually about a month ago. So not in the last month of the quarter that we're used to, which is June of this. June is the last month of the second quarter, but they actually released this 0.99% offer rate in May. So it seems like they're getting used to this, that maybe, hey, they realize they need to push up some of these incentives because people are conditioned to that last month of the quarter. And so maybe they want to also take a look at different inventory that's out there and then also release incentives and discounts based upon that as well. And so is this going to be something that we're going to be used to in the next few quarters? Because the next end of quarter is going to be September, but the month before that is going to be August. And then of course the best time to buy typically is going to be December, but maybe the incentive that we're going to be all waiting for is going to be coming in November. So of course this is a lot to try and time, but if 0.99% comes back, then you know that is the lowest that they're ever going to do. I don't think I could see them doing like a 0%, even though some other manufacturers and some other EV sales are down to 0%. But here's a list in case you missed it. We've talked about this before of all the different incentives that Tesla is used to kind of pulling out of their pocket to do some demand levers. Of course, certainly you haven't seen 0.99%. We haven't seen 0.99% in the past before this, but we have seen like 3.99% on the Model S and Model X that happened last year. But to quickly run through this, inventory discount $5,200. We've also personally seen inventory discounts all the way up to like $8,000, $2,000 free color upgrade, $1,000 Cybertruck discount if you had an existing Cybertruck reservation, $7,500 EV tax credit, which everybody gets as long as you qualify under the tax income limits, 1 year free premium connectivity, which is valued at maybe $100 or so, 10,000 free supercharger miles. That is also going to be valued at about $1,000, 3 months full self-driving. That's valued at $600, but that was also because of your referral program that was been killed, and also a $7,500 credit referral credit as well by using a referral link to purchase a Tesla vehicle. But certainly some pretty interesting stuff. I mean, at this moment, Model Y inventory is going back up, but so is Model 3 inventory. And now we've got a little bit of analysis on why that actually happened. We saw that Model 3 performances were entered in and put online, and so there's more availability if you wanted to take delivery ASAP. But I guess some other things were actually other Model 3s that were posted were A bunch of 2023 units were added last night with various discounts, non-demos. So it seems like they're trying to clear out the old body style. Maybe they had them sitting around for some reason, and now they're trying to clear them out so that they can push the newer Model 3 and be more focused on that. But taking a look at it, it seems like the best discount right now, $3,000 to $4,000 off on a older Model 3, which I would definitely not recommend because the new Model 3 qualifies for the fantastic $7,500 federal tax credit. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. Before we get into our next topic, I've been trying to save money lately, and that's why we talk about this channel, trying to get the best deal on a Tesla. And I've been looking at our subscriptions like YouTube Premium, Netflix, trying to figure out how I could save some money every single month. And cutting expenses, it's kind of hard. We've been trying to rack our brain together and figure out how. That's why I'm so intrigued with our channel partner, Mint Mobile. They offer premium wireless starting at $15 a month. And I can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network, and I can even bring my own phone along with my current number and existing contracts. I'm sacrificing nothing. I've used Mint Mobile a ton, and I switched my second line to Mint Mobile, and I've been using it to watch YouTube and play podcasts on our daily commute and haven't noticed any drop in speed. And I can't tell the difference. So how hard is it to switch service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's actually hard, but it's not at all. Switching to Mint is super easy thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. So if you want to save little money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked down below in the description, to get premium wireless for just $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint for partnering, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. In this next topic, when will the Cybertruck non-foundation series begin? Of course, that's probably a lot of people, what a lot of people are asking, because more and more people that have placed orders all the way as recently as 2022 are starting to get foundation series update or foundation series invites. And so you might be confused, like, what about the old Tesla Cybertruck? And what about the old pricing that was available for the Cybertruck? And I don't want this foundation series with this $20,000 markup because I don't feel like it's worth it. If you do some of the quick math, you'll find that you're really paying you're getting about $12,000 to $15,000 in valuation for it, but you're still paying a $5,000 markup for basically the foundation etching on the badge for it. But the question is, when will foundation series end, and what is the strategy here? Like, if you want to wait it out, are you going to be losing that $1,000 extra deposit? Quick answer is no. It seems like Tesla has said that you will not lose that extra $1,000 deposit, and you can convert it to a regular non-foundation series Cybertruck if you need to, but it is not a refundable $1,000 deposit. Only the $100, the first $100 is actually refundable, and you can get that if you cancel your Cybertruck order. But taking a look at some of the volume that Tesla is pushing out, certainly estimates from various sites saying there are about 1,000 to 20,000 foundation Cybertrucks might be made. And I think they're ramping up to like 2,000 units per week in terms of production. So certainly I feel like personally they're going to invite every single person that has ordered a Tesla Cybertruck all the way up to people that ordered like last week and invite them to the foundation series to see if they want to pay that $20,000 markup before looking to purchase, before they roll out the regular non-foundation Cybertruck. But actually, Elon did say something at the recent earnings call. They said that, or at the shareholder meeting, quote, "We'll end foundation series pretty soon and the non-foundation series sometime next quarter," as in when it will be actually beginning. So sometime next quarter, when they actually said this, was June. So then with the third quarter is the next quarter. So maybe it could be as soon as these next few months, maybe even September. That would probably be my best guess, so that they can try and get as many units as they can by the end of the third quarter. But certainly, if you're interested in the foundation series, probably a lot of you are kind of debating on whether it should be worth it or not to pay that extra $20,000 or not. And so certainly you do get some value out of it, but certainly I'm not sure it would be worth it to try and get into it unless you really want it ASAP and you don't care about paying some of that extra valuation for a Tesla Cybertruck and having it ASAP. But certainly if you wait for the Cybertruck that's under $80,000, the all-wheel drive, and if it does, fingers crossed, qualify for for the $7,500 federal tax credit, which no, it's not posted on the fueleconomy.gov website at all. So maybe this is something as simply as Tesla hasn't submitted to fueleconomy.gov, or maybe it doesn't qualify. So certainly we should see if it does in the near future. But if Tesla does submit it and it does qualify, then a Cybertruck could be as low as $73,000 if you qualify, you as an individual qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit, and it'll be marked and discounted simply right off of the price of it. So it's less financing, not less tax, and less interest and down payment even on a Tesla Cybertruck. But if you're looking to flip a Cybertruck prices have been falling pretty rapidly, and now you cannot make profit on at all unless you're buying it in the state of New Jersey, because New Jersey does not charge any sales tax at all on an electric vehicle purchase. Then maybe you'll make like a couple thousands or dollars or something like that for if you buy a Cybertruck and try and flip it. But hopefully that answers a lot of your questions. If you're on the fence, if you're waiting to figure out if it is worth it to try and buy a Cybertruck Foundation Series, or if you don't want the Foundation Series, how can you get into an all-wheel drive normal one or a Cyber Beast normal one without that $20,000 markup? The answer is simply you just have to wait. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link, where support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. And as an added benefit, I do respond to all DMs in the Patreon app, and you can schedule a phone call with me where we can go over your exact buying situation on how to get the best deal on Tesla at the best financing app. And after you join, you get a link to my buying guide, which is the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing, some even as low as 4 to 5% that anybody can actually join and qualify for. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. But if you're just joining in, welcome. I believe we talked about the end of Tesla, or the Tesla's end of quarter incentives and discounts. And I believe Tesla is changing that strategy just a little bit. And they're not waiting all the way till that third month of the quarter, which would be June this month. They're trying to pull ahead and do incentives 1 month earlier. So as we move into the next quarter and the quarter after that, maybe the best time won't be September or December, and maybe it'll be 1 month before. So like August and November, in terms of incentives, discounts, and anything like that. Do I think 0.99% is coming back? I don't think 100% it will be, but I do think maybe in some form of that, maybe like 1.99 or 2.99, a promotional rate, I think that could be coming back in the near future. In this next topic, the charging an electric vehicle does have limits at the moment, but it seems like a lot of manufacturers are coming to the plate and increasing speeds even faster than Tesla. So just want to give you a little bit of awareness out there, because it seems like some companies are getting way faster than Tesla charging. Let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Des. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So you might be new to this and you might not know what supercharging is or how it actually works, or you might have some misconceptions on this. In actuality, superchargers are not all created equal. There's actually like 3 or 4 subtypes of superchargers. There's 72 kilowatt, 150 kilowatt, and 250 kilowatt. So basically slow or fast, faster, and of course the fastest. But either way, you're going to be sitting at a supercharger for at least a good 20 to 40 minutes, depending on how much you are actually going to charge. And of course, this is going to be way faster than your home charger or a level 2 charger. Level 2 chargers are 25 miles to 30 miles, maybe even 50 miles an hour, where a supercharger can get all the way to like 200 to 600 miles an hour, if not more, to charge a Tesla. But that's the key thing here. Tesla superchargers cap out at 250 kilowatts, at least in the US market. But shout out to Felix for posting this. It seems like a lot of other manufacturers are pushing that bar even further. Porsche, we've increased the charging power from 270 to 320 kilowatt, because after 5 years, we see the degradation of cells is lower than we expected. So already there, again, faster. And of course, this might be different markets like Europe, but still, it's still really interesting to see other brands going even further. Lotus, we have 450 kilowatt charging. That's the highest I've ever seen. But at popular 350 kilowatt stations, the car we charge in less than 2 minutes per 100 kilometers of driving on local roads. Pretty crazy to see that. But look at this, Li Auto. What do you all know about charging? You can charge our car with a power of 520 kilowatts in 15 minutes for 500 kilometers. I don't know what the quick math on that is to miles, but either way, 520 kilowatts, you can already see that's double the kilowatt rate of what the US superchargers can push to, which is 250 kilowatts. So pretty crazy to see across the board at what all the other manufacturers, and hopefully this will come to Tesla so we can all charge our electric vehicles much more faster. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. Volky, thanks for coming in. Perhaps only quarter is better than expected. I'd be surprised if they did nothing at this point if they're behind on revenue. Well, it does seem like inventory is ramping back up across all the different models, so I would be surprised if they, I mean, it's kind of too late at this point. There's what, 7 days left in the month, so certainly I wouldn't see any other incentives at this point. It's just way too late in the game. It would be made too much of a rush, unless like they're kind of trying to go for like a Hail Mary, because we do have like one more week left. So maybe this coming Wednesday or Tuesday they release something, but I think it would be like a more modified offer on the Model Y, because Model Y, this mustard yellow line, is ramping up. Definitely a better incentive on Model 3. I could see that. Model S seems like it's selling, and Model X also seems like it's selling as well. So really, if anything, it's going to be a better offer on the Model 3 and a slightly not as good as 0.99 offer on the Model Y, but maybe some sort of offer on Model Y. I could easily see that. In this next topic, so let's just do a quick explainer video, because I still keep getting this question on how does the Tesla $7,500 federal tax credit incentive actually work? It's really not that complicated, but there's still some sort of misinformation out there on how does it actually work? Is it like a tax refund or something like that? Or is it simply, as it is, minus off of the price of the vehicle? But it's only minus off the price of the vehicle if there's certain things that qualify. So for Model 3, just to give you a quick TLDR, it has to be under $55,000. So the Model 3 Performance does not qualify if you factor in or add in any sort of the options. If you leave it base as is on the screen right here, under $55,000 in MSRP, then yes, it actually qualifies. But the thing with this is that you have to qualify for the tax credit within income limits. So it's pretty clear on the website here of all the different income limits that are actually out there. So 300,000 for married filed couples jointly, $225K for head of households, and $150K for single earners as well. And actually, here are all the income limits, or here are all the actual price caps for the vehicle. So Model Y, you're in luck. Every single model qualifies. And Model X, kind of the same story. It has to be under $80,000 as an MSRP to actually qualify. So there's really not that many options that you can add to it as well. But if you lease it, you still get the $7,500, but it's spread across the lease. But one thing to keep in mind with a Tesla lease, I haven't seen one recently, but the interest rate on a lease is going to be much higher than a finance interest rate. Finance right now is 6.39%. And of course, if you need better rates, definitely check out the links down below in the description. And if you do cash, then of course, it's the same thing. You can get that full $7,500 federal tax credit. But pretty simply, if you pay cash or finance, it's just itemized on the actual purchase, and you don't have to worry about it at all once you self-certify that you qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit. You actually can see it right here. Of course, they also add in gas savings, which I would not take a look at that at all, because most places you're going to have to pay money to install your own charger, and maybe in high cost of living areas, you're going to be paying high gas as well. But hopefully that sums it up. If you got any other questions on that, just want to make a quick explainer, because I'm still getting questions on that, on how it actually works. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. Of course, there's benefits with this, especially if you're paying cash, you just get that $7,500 off. If you're financing, that's less amount finance, which could be less interest, less down payment, which 20% less down payment on that. But unfortunately, not less state taxes. You're still going to be paying taxes on the full amount wherever you're at. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, if you're looking for the best lowest payment for your Tesla vehicle, that's where channel sponsors like Tenet come into play. Tenet is an approved Tesla financing partner and can get you the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla. If you want to see what their offer is, definitely check out the Tenet link down below in the description and hit the apply button on the top right so you can do a soft inquiry, no obligation check and see what the low payment is. So definitely check it out. Tenet link down below in the description. And thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. OP, thanks for coming in. Canadian deals when? Ooh, yeah, that's tough because I don't actually look at the Canadian deals, but I did see like they recently dropped it like what, $1,000 for the Model 3. So that seems to be a decent deal for that. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.